Hey everyone, welcome to this $1,400 stimulus check update, or $2,000 stimulus check update, or possibly even $2,000 recurring stimulus check update. Oh wait, there's one more. Could also be a $1,000 one-time stimulus check update, or maybe no stimulus checks. Well, Joe Biden is meeting with Republicans today after the Republicans just sent him a letter over the weekend stating, well, they have a plan too. And it includes stimulus checks and unemployment benefits and a whole bunch of other things too. So what did Joe Biden have to say about it? Hey everyone, my name is Randy. Welcome back to the Late Night Grind, a new YouTube channel that I started. Right now I am covering these stimulus check updates, stimulus packages, because news changes on literally an hourly basis. So if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that bell notification icon. That way you'll be notified when I release a new video, when new information comes out. And also the best thing that you can do to help support a new YouTube channel like this is actually by smashing that thumbs up button. It actually does a lot for that YouTube algorithm. All right, well, let's get into it. So as I said earlier, Joe Biden is supposed to be meeting with those 10 Republicans today that had penned that letter to him stating that, well, the Republicans have a stimulus plan of their own. As it turns out, it looks like it would be approximately $600 billion, so only about a third, actually less than a third of what the Democratic plan would entail. They did say it would include stimulus checks. However, from what I read, talks were saying it would probably only be about $1,000, but they did want to include unemployment extension, unemployment insurance boost of the current levels, which is actually $300 per week, among money for vaccine distribution, opening schools, paycheck protection program to help businesses pay their employees if or when they can't work, and a couple other things like that. What is noticeably missing from their offer is the money for state and local aid, which has always been a huge pushback of theirs, even going back to the CARES Act. And so Joe Biden saw this and basically said, all right, well, listen, I'm going to meet with you guys and we're going to talk about this whole stimulus package. From what I read, I don't believe he's actually going to necessarily consider the Republicans' plan. Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer have basically just ignored them. But Joe Biden is at least stating he's going to talk about that, is at least stating he's going to meet with them and talk about it, most likely to try to convince them that his plan is actually a better plan. And that, oh, by the way, we don't actually need your votes since we have 50 Democrats in the Senate, plus Kamala Harris, who is the 51st vote. So the Democrats essentially don't need Republicans to pass their bill. And so we've been hearing from Nancy Pelosi that this is the week that the reconciliation bill is going to get drafted for the American Rescue Act, Joe Biden's stimulus plan, and put it through the House of Representatives. They've said multiple times that this week is the week they want to have a vote on it. After that, it would move through to the Senate. The only thing that I could see holding this up would be possibly progressives who want to say, hang on. There's now 50 Democratic congressmen who wrote a letter saying, listen, Mr. President, we need monthly stimulus checks. Not just this one-time stimulus check, because it's not even a $2,000 stimulus check, it's actually $1,400. So there's a whole bunch of Democrats that have been pushing him to increase that to include monthly stimulus checks for adults, for children, for all dependents. Are they actually going to step in and say, well, no, we're actually going to hold off on voting on this thing until you bump up the payments? I don't know if that's going to happen, but there's been talks. The other side of it is that congressional economists just released their report on the state of the economy in terms of the future economy in 2021 and into 2022. They are basically saying that things actually look a lot better than they seem looking into the future. They're anticipating an unemployment rate of less than 5% by next year and 4% by 2024, which according to their numbers is a vastly rosier outlook than some of the other economic outlooks that have been put out there recently. There's a few reasons for this. Number one, they said the coronavirus hasn't actually been as devastating as they thought they would. And if you look at several different websites, you can see the daily case numbers are dropping like a rock right now. And as we get into spring, it's going to drop even further. And I only mention this because I think this could play into how fast stimulus could get passed, because their numbers didn't include any other stimulus from the government. Now, if you're Joe Biden or you're Congress, you're going to want to put this through as fast as possible because you don't want something like a positive outlook on the economy or coronavirus not being as bad as they thought into having Congress pressured into not giving any more stimulus, which is probably what Republicans and some even independents would do. So if you're Joe Biden and you became president by promising people checks, well, you better get those checks out the door. So continue watching this week. This is going to be a big week, especially for Nancy Pelosi in the House of Representatives. So you can follow along. Like I said, I release videos when I get new information. I appreciate you watching this one. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys on the next video.